All right, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Please tell us where you're calling in from or dialing in from or checking in from. Let us know where you are, what city, what state. We appreciate you coming on live tonight. We appreciate you. And we're going to get started here in about 3 minutes. We got about 3 minutes to go, guys. 3 minutes to go. I'm really enjoying what's happening right now with our Trade Academy. They're learning a lot. For the folks out there that's not in the Trade Academy, you're more than welcome to join us. And we are going and making a lot of things happen. I appreciate all you guys out here. For all the folks on YouTube and Facebook, go ahead and just type in your notes, where you're calling in from, chiming in from. Looking forward to talking with you. We're going to get started here in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys.
Cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a $20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you guys coming in today. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you. For all the folks out there that's coming online tonight, we appreciate you getting in. Miss Janice King, I see you. Rena Watkins, I got you. Appreciate you. Robert, what's going on, brother? Antoine, glad to see you, man. Yes, sir. Glad to see you. All right, so listen up, guys. So with this today is what we call the State of the Union, right? This is called MLS State of the Union. This is live. We always talk about every Monday night. We try to get in and give you some information about what's happening in the crypto space, what's happening in the markets, what's happening with your credit, what you can do with credit, and some of the things that we're going to just break down for you during this hour talk. This is not going to be a long talk, but it's good, vital information for you so you can make a serious decision about where you want to take your cash flow. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to look at this. We call it a trading view. Okay, and I'm going to maximize my screen here with you for a little bit so you can see. Hopefully, you got the whole screen up. You can see this. And so what I'm looking at is this is Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin has been trading in a what they call a consolidation period. All right, between basically 28,000 to about 50,000, but right now we're in a smaller consolidation period, somewhere around, I'm just going to bring this over here, somewhere around 47,000. All right, now we're down here, pulling back. We're somewhere trading right now at 40,000. We was just at a low about 35,000. Now we're coming back up. Okay, so the low print was already in this year at 28,805. You see it over here, this big old red dot, right? This big old red banner. And we got as high at $69,000, when as high as 69K. Now, I want you to think about this when people be out there talking about, well, I don't know, was Bitcoin real or not? I don't know what you're looking for. Is Bitcoin real or not? That I don't get that. I don't understand people that talk like that. Is Bitcoin real? Bitcoin is real. It's not going back in the box. It's been around since 2009, January 2009. The white paper was done in 2008 during Occupy Wall Street. If y'all remember that history, we had a housing market in 2008, a housing market crash, right? And people, the banks were stealing everybody's homes, right? And I say the word steal for a reason, because when you sign for your property, believe it or not, it's already paid for. The other thing is when it comes to the cash flow, that people were just losing their homes. Everybody's going in foreclosure. People had got into what they call loan modifications, everything like that. And so a lot of things happened in 2009. And what happened, Occupy Wall Street, everybody saw the fight against the banks. They saw the occupying the right in front of, they went right in front of the Wall Street and all the financial institutions across the planet. And because it was a world phenomenon, it wasn't just for the United States, it was the world phenomenon. And what happened? What really happened? Well, people got, they still lost their homes. People lost their jobs. People lost, we went through a turmoil in the United States, right? So what happened when this white paper came out in 2008, and then people got into this Bitcoin changed everything. The cryptocurrency market was live because of Bitcoin itself. There was no other coin at that time but Bitcoin. And you can create a coin if you wanted to. You can create your own coin in 10 minutes. You can literally create your own coin in 10 minutes. Okay. But that's what happened. So now all these coins are coming up. All these different projects came out. People was coming in with Bitcoin. There was a lot of these companies were stealing people's Bitcoin. I lost about 16 myself, 16 different Bitcoin. Back then it wasn't a whole lot of money, but 16 Bitcoin today is close to $1 million. Just think about that, right? So when you think about what's really happening out there, what's really going on, it's a lot of money that happened, but nobody knew the future of Bitcoin. Nobody knew that was going to take off the way it did. It took a number of years to start taking place. And so where we are today, Bitcoin is at $40,559. But guess what? That's not the end all. Bitcoin has a potential of going to $1 million a coin, $500,000 a coin, $100,000 a coin. I got in Bitcoin in 2016, and it was $486 at the time. By January 2017, it went to $1,000 a coin, and we thought we was doing something great, but then it just kept going. By the time it got to December of 2017, it was at basically $20,000, $19,900 a coin. Some exchanges had it at 20K. So where you sit at today in history, there are more people today have became millionaires because of this brand new phenomenon. And the shame of it is that still a lot of people are questioning what's going on, not believing in the system, keep thinking that it's going to pull back in the system. But at the same time, you could have gotten rich in the system if you had gotten the Bitcoin. If you had gotten into crypto, you could literally be rich right now. $1 million, 1.5, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. There's a lot of people became millionaires because of this brand new phenomenon and buying assets with it. What do I mean? Buying cars, buying houses, right? Buying multifamily houses and apartment complexes, right? These people are not just getting crypto to just hold on to it, but they're taking it and buying real physical assets with something that you can't even touch, something that was made up. They now own physical assets, gold, silver, right? You're talking about wealth, beyond the means. If they try to do it a traditional way by working a job for 40, 50, 60 years, right? Some of you don't even have a plan right now to even get past 100,000. It's shameful because you can make a difference, especially if you learn how to trade as well, okay? In the crypto space. What you're looking at right now, this chart, this is crypto, this is Bitcoin, right? You can trade it as well as hoard it, okay? So the thing is, the state of the union of Bitcoin today is that, yes, we pulled back, not a deep pullback. It went from 69,000 to 28,000. Now it's like at 40,000, but that's still good compared to where you got it at. You got to think of Bitcoin. When you get Bitcoin, you have to think of it as whole. Like you have to think of it as a, and I want to say this, as gold 2.0. You want to think of it as gold 2.0. Okay, think of it that way. Think of it that way. And the reason why I'm saying that to you is because if you think of gold, it's something that you just don't sell, right? You don't sell your gold. You don't go to the pawn shop and trade your gold in to get money out. You're pretty much holding that for the long term. You want to transfer it to your family and stuff like that. Well, Bitcoin is the same way. Bitcoin is not meant to transfer out as a regular payment system. When it first came out, they thought it was going to be that case, but not today. Bitcoin is a system. Just think about this. There are people that bought coffee with their Bitcoin in the early days, right? They bought pizzas. They gave one guy bought a pizza, 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. Don't you know 10,000 Bitcoins is well over, I don't know, maybe $40 million today? Most expensive pizzas that you would ever buy was back then to what it's worth today, right? So the point that I'm making is you don't want to use your Bitcoin to do regular things with. You want to use some other coin, right? You want to use maybe, Litecoin or, Say the Moon or whatever, Safe Moon or whatever the coins out there today. You want to use some alternative coin to do that with, Dogecoin, right? And so your crypto, when you go and get into this crypto space, you got to think long term. You got to think long term. Long-term wealth, maybe when I say long-term, I'm talking about 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, like that, 20 years, right? You can have this asset that continue to keep growing over and over and over and over again. Now, there's going to be other assets that's coming in. Right now, there are over 18,000 cryptos today. Remember, you can't create a crypto in 30 minutes. But is anybody going to use it? Anybody going to buy it? Anybody going to use it for some kind of whatever it is they want to do, right? So it's not crypto the way it is today. It's open source. That means you can create your own. You can create a coin, stick it out there, and then you get enough people to get on it, they can put it on the exchange, right? And then the exchange will have it offered for people that want to buy it, okay? We got 18,000 coins, and it's the list. Before the end of the year, we'll be well over 20,000 coins. We'll be well over 20,000 coins. Which coins are going to take off? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The only thing we know right now, the first two top tier coins are Bitcoin, and then the value of Bitcoin, and half of that value is Ethereum. And then everything else starts to fluctuate between, number 3 through number, 18,000. They all fluctuate. So you got certain coins that are going to stay in the top 100. You got some coins going to stay in the top 20. Okay. But it goes deep, right? You can learn this information from going to CoinMarketCap or going to CoinGecko. All right. Now that's some good information on that. So what do I see in the markets today? What's going on? So right now I got this on a 1 weekly chart. I mean, a 1 week chart. Okay. This is a weekly chart. All right. So each bar represents a week. The stuff down here is called your volume bars. It's a whole nother class to talk about volume bars. When we see a big old volume spike up in a sell, for example, like that was the end of the selling. As you can see here, it started to go up after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. It started to go up, right? So that says, hey, big volume bar came in, and now all of a sudden it's just trending sideways, consolidation, but no more big bars, no more major selling, just consolidation. What does the word consolidation mean? It's time to get in and start getting a little bit. So the major institutions and people are starting to gather their coins. This is the same period we're in right now, but notice the volume, there's not a whole lot of volume there. So where is the money going, right? Because most people are asking right now, where is it? Well, if money not going to Bitcoin, Bitcoin should be, rocking it out right now, right? Everything going off in the world. We got the war going on. Gold is not really being bought. Silver is not really being bought. There's no major moves in the market, right? NFTs have made crazy money in NFTs. People made millions of dollars. I mean, they got a 12-year-old girl made almost $6 million on the NFTs that she's selling, that she's creating and selling, right? You got artists that's coming into the NFT space. You're going to have real estate in NFTs. You're going to have, people getting paid from the NFTs. You got these licenses going to be done through NFTs. Marriages are going to be done through NFTs. Just think about everything you can put, everything that requires a license or requires some kind of certificate, like, you buy a house, right? Well, guess what? That's going to be part of an NFT now. So think about when you go to do some real estate transaction, it's going to be an NFT tied to it. In other words, that land or that house, when you transfer the deed, the NFT transferred with it. So all the rights and privileges are transferred right along with that NFT, right along with that property. It's powerful. Okay. So right now, what do I see happening right now with crypto? Do I see it taking off right now? I do not. Do I see it selling off right now? I do not. What do I see? I see consolidation, right? And it's going to be here maybe for a little while before we really start taking off, right? I see consolidation. The target is to get back above the 47, 48,000 eventually, right? We don't want to break below 33,000. We don't want to retest the 28,000. We want to stay above this section, consolidate. This is your range to make money, right? Down here, back up here, back down here, back up there. That's your ranges to make money. Okay. If you're in the crypto space, you can sell Bitcoin. If you're a trader, we teach you how to sell Bitcoin and make a profit on it. So you open a trade by selling, you close the trade for the profit, right? You open a trade to sell, and you close the trade to do the profit. So for example, if it was at 47,000 and I sell it or short it, I short it down, it got down to about 38,000, right? 39,000, I close the trade out. So the profit is from 38,000, 39,000 to 47. I just did it in reverse. Okay. That's one thing we talk about with that. All right. So enough about that. Crypto. Let's look at some other cryptos in the space right now. Let's go look at some other ones here. Let's look at Dogecoin. A lot of folks heard about Dogecoin. You see Dogecoin is in consolidation period as well, right? It got as high as 73. I took profit around 65 to 59,000. 59 cents. Made about $15,000 on this trade, but some people got in this trade at 6 cents. 6 cents went all the way up to 73 cents, right? Came all the way back down. See, knowing when to take profit is very critical when you start to getting to these cryptos, right? Just remember that these cryptos can go to zero very quickly. It can go from zero and up to $1.80 and all that very quickly. And you just got to know when to start pulling profits, right? We teach you this in our Trade Academy. Okay. So here I'm looking at Dogecoin. Dogecoin went as high as 34 cents, came back down, went back up, retested it, couldn't do it, came back down. It traded somewhere around 9 cents. And now we're trading it around 14 cents, 15 cents. What it's doing right now. It's like your penny stock. Dogecoin is what they call a meme, M-E-M-E coin, a meme coin. And what that means is it has no real project to it. It has nothing. It was a joke when they first put it together. But guess what? People made thousands and thousands of dollars on these coins. Okay. You can too, if you're willing to jump in. One thing I teach my traders is that you can learn all these skills. You can watch me trade all day. If you never press the button to get the courage to press the button, you haven't learned anything. You got to learn to press the button, to step in and put your trade on. You don't have to get a lot. Just like in Bitcoin, you could buy $10 worth, $50 worth, right? Same thing here in some of these coins. They are like less than a penny, right? And you can go in and get a few of those coins. For example, here's Shiba, right? Sheeb coin, Sheeb Inu, right? This coin is less than a penny, right? I got people that got rich off this coin, literally rich, less than a penny, right? Way less than a penny. And they thinking that Sheeb can go to a penny. Sheeb probably would never go to a penny. May never get to a penny, but it still can make you rich. It depends on how fast it starts to travel, when you get in it, or you storing it, right? Is it ever going to move? You may hold on to this coin. You may be holding on to this coin for 9 years before it actually really takes off. That's the honest God truth. You don't know. No one can tell you exactly, with all the hype you see on YouTube, that this coin is going to take off. You hear, oh, this coin is taking off. They're looking for you to buy the coin. No, it's not taking off. When you look at the charts, you can see the coin is not taking off, right? The coin is not taking off, guys, right? When it was here and it came this way and it started to take, then that was taking off. But when it went up this whole high and it sold all the way back off again, right, back down to almost to the same levels, it's just going sideways. It's in consolidation. Okay, let's look at some other ones. Let's look at Solano. So the Solano, nice coin, $101, right? Now this coin is $101. That's like a regular stock account, right? You look at some stocks, they're going for $100 and $60, right? You got some stocks that's going to be, some coins that's going to be in, we call the metaverse, right? Game stocks. These games, you got the Sandbox, you got Mana, you have these different coins. They look almost identical. Nice little pump. That's a dump. We call it a pump and dump. It's the same thing there, same thing here, pump and dump. A lot of the coins did a pump and dump. Now, one of the major coins out here is called Ethereum. The thing that's holding Ethereum back is what they call the gas fees. But it's traded all the time, right? Gas fees, prices, what it costs to move coins from one place to another place is the gas fees in Ethereum. They're trying to work on different programs, different projects right now, so that it can reduce the cost of moving coins around. So Ethereum got as high as $4,000, came back down. I was in Ethereum when it was only $49. That's crazy. It was lower than that, $6. I used to be the one that says, I don't want no Ethereum. I don't want that crap. But not knowing, I should have took it. I should have got more into Ethereum at the time it came out. I thought it was only going to be Bitcoin was going to be the winner. That's a mistake. Bitcoin is not the only winner. It's a lot of coins that are winners out there. A lot of them that grew from pennies to, few dollars to well over, $1,000 a coin. That's huge. Things are changing. The world that we know it, guys, is completely different now. The world we know today is not the same world you was done 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when it's only cash dollars. Okay. So inflation, let's talk about this. We're going to get out of this now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And I'm just going to talk to you for a moment because I want you to understand something when it comes to inflation. Inflation is real, right? Inflation is real. Now, what am I talking about? When we think about inflation, inflation is what the cost of goods and services, okay? Goods and services. What is the cost of inflation? All right. Someone just type in here, cost of inflation. All right. And I want you to think about what's happening when it comes to the cost of inflation. All right. So I'm going to bring up this chart here. And I just want to bring this up so you guys can see this. Okay. All right. So let's look at this chart. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to look at this chart here. All right. Cost of inflation. Here we go. Share it. All right. Here we go. Cost of inflation. So hopefully you see my screen and you're looking at it. So what is the cost of inflation? I want you to think about your paycheck or whatever way you make money. Okay. And so let's say you make $4,000 a month. Some of you don't make $4,000 a month. Some of you do make more than $4,000 a month. Let's use 4,000. The average income in America, right, is about $48,000 a year. Just say it's $4,000 a month. Now, some people make, 60,000, 800,000, right? I'm just going to say the average, just the average income in America. And that is with most people, that's with two people working. That's the husband, wife, or spouse, or, partners, they in the house working, right? Some folks in California, they got to have roommates. Everybody got a roommate in California because the rents is just so crazy, right? So you might have $6,000, $8,000 together, but rents cost you $2,500 to live there, or $3,000 a month to live there, right? Some places in, Georgia might be only, you can get a house paying $800 a month with a house, right? It all depends on what you got going on. So what's the cost of inflation? That means when the money you're receiving that's coming in for the time you spend working. So that's your time energy. That's your energy that you have to put in somewhere to pull the cash flow out. If you are not an entrepreneur, that time scale is eating you up, right? That means you got to work more hours to receive the same amount of goods that you did a year ago. The money that came in a year ago, it bought you a full basket of food, for example, a full basket of food. If you did not get a pay raise from a year ago to where you are today, you're noticing that the basket of food is getting smaller, right? The sizes of the packaging that you see in a restaurant is getting smaller. You're getting less of the item, the substance you're paying for is less, and the price is going up. So that means what? That's inflation. They call that the silent killer. You still got to pay taxes. Some of you believe you only pay taxes one time a year, right? Every time you walk out your door, you're paying taxes. Whether you're paying taxes for food at the restaurant, you're paying taxes for gas. We always got gas tax, right? I don't care if you live in a tax-free state, which you think is a tax-free state, you're still paying taxes. You pay taxes on gas. You pay taxes probably on school clothes, right? You're paying taxes on food. You're paying taxes on all these different things that happens. It's taxes. And they eat up about 34 cents of every dollar. I want you to think about that. 34 cents of every dollar is being taxed. That's inflation, right? and they're trying to bring the taxes up again. It used to be 6 cents for every dollar. Then it went to 7 cents. Now they're trying to charge you 8 cents per item. Now taxes going up, right? So all that plays a part because all the money they was giving out. Think about the money they was giving out. All the stimulus money was giving out. So all these things plays a major role in the cost of inflation, cost of reducing inflation, right? So they're trying to put more programs in place, and we're trying to spend our way out of inflation. The government's trying to give out more and more money, thinking you guys are going to spend more and more money, which is only costing us more and more money because we got to pay the central bank. The money, United States does not produce money. The United States does not produce money. We are a debt nation. Who are we indebted to? We indebted to the National Bank. We call that bank the Federal Reserve Bank. So our debt is paid to the Federal Reserve Bank. And so you always hear them every year talk about we have to extend our debt. We have to extend it, right? So we extending it, we get another loan, we get another loan, we get another loan. That's like getting a loan, right? That you're never paying back. You get a loan, you're not paying it back. No, I tell you what, let's give me another loan. And then we get the people with your birth certificates. We get the people when they go to work, we're going to tax them more ways to get the funds in to help relieve some of the debt that we owe. That's how that works. There's a whole nother conversation I can go into. We're not going to talk about that right now. Just going to keep it moving. So we got boom and bust cycles. So think about this one right here, the boom and bust economic cycle. What does that mean? In the 1920s, it was called the GIF in that time frame, right? Everything was going, we call it the roaring 20s. They was dancing, nightclubs, everything was beautiful, spending money like crazy. The stock market was going crazy, right? To 1929. 1930, things started to change. 1931, here comes the major what? We had a major economic crash happening. 1932, here it is, we're done. We got lines. How we go from a boom, dancing everywhere, nightclubs everywhere, music and food and money flowing, to going to soup lines within 10 years. That's called the bust. 1931, 1932. How did we get out of it? What happened? Started a war. Wars. Changed the situation. The New Deal came out, right? The New Deal. Some of you know what that happened when the New Deal, right? We start doing the dams, right? Hoover Dam, stuff like that. The New Deal from the president, right? Then all of a sudden, things started to change. People started to work again. But the blacks, no, we didn't get the same chances, right? We took us more and more years to make things happen. People went to war. When they came back from war, blacks went to war too, but the blacks could not get the loans for housing, the GI Bill. They couldn't get it. They would not give it to the black people. That's terrible. That's what the government did, okay? So the economic separation started right there. That's when the really separation came in place, okay? So then now we go on cost again, right? That's all part of inflation. There are two inflations, guys. There is absolutely two inflations. You have the major inflation for the Caucasians, and then you got a major inflation for the blacks. It's a whole different idea, and we suffer more because we don't get the same opportunities that happens. But can we overcome this? Can we overcome the inflation? Absolutely. How can we overcome the inflation? What we have to do is start thinking as an entrepreneur. This is the major talk that I want to talk to you tonight about. It's about you becoming a real serious entrepreneur. Think about your cash flow. Think about how can you improve your cash flow. And then I want you to think about credit. If you think about your situation, and all you need is a few thousand extra dollars a month coming in to start building assets. Stop thinking about the new car or the new house. That's not an asset. The new car, the new house are not assets. That's something that you want to look good in front of people. You got to change your ideas about that. All the new jewelry and the pocketbooks and the shoes and the brothers getting the new suits and all the diamonds across their neck and all that stuff. That's not real, guys. That's not real. We have to start building assets and start circulating the cash flow amongst our communities. That's what we have to do. If you want to start getting to a certain place, you got to start changing the way you think about money and then start changing ideas that I have to start building assets that's going to help me create the cash flow that I really need. Assets is the number one idea that you got to sink into your new paradigm. Your new paradigm has to be assets, not just the other stuff, right? So how do we do this? One way is do it is going to be with credit. So you got to focus in on credit. We got a program that we offer called leveragecreditrepair.com. You can go there and start learning about credit. Leveragecreditrepair.com. We have it also on an MLS Bitcoin Club. You go there and you can get on a certain level and you learn about credit. Okay, learn about credit. We do a free consultation when you get there. If you want to learn about your situation and how you can improve your credit, we definitely offer to do that as well, right? So we got two ways for you to happen. One way is that we can help you improve your credit, or you can do it yourself. But you got to get your credit up. You got to get your credit straight. You got to get your credit moving in the right direction. Why? Because if your credit moving in the right direction, then you can get the credit cards that start circulating cash flow. Most people do not understand how to circulate cash flow with credit cards, right? So people say, well, Wall Street, how many credit cards you got? I got about 22 credit cards, 22 credit. Why only need 2? No, you need more. Believe it or not, you need more. You need more because you can circulate the cash flow between them. Circulate it into your insurance policy. Circulate it into your paying off your house faster. Circulate into you paying off other credit cards, getting more assets, circulating cash flow over and over and over again. If you only got 1 or 2 cards, you don't have enough circulation. There's not enough circulation there. You got to get more. You got to pay off the debt that they gave you, right? So let's say they give you $10,000, then you want to get another card. It's going to be 3 to 4, 5,000. Circulate the cash flow. Circulation is what you need. Your ideas about credit is been trained to you by somebody in your past or somebody in your present. Could be your mom, your dad, sister, brother, stuff you see on YouTube. YouTube is more, they definitely putting out there more about how to get bigger credit, right? Getting your credit moving so you can produce more and more cash flow, paying off more and more of your assets so you can get and receive more and more assets, right? So what is assets? You got to understand what is an asset. An asset is going to put money in your pocket. A credit card is only a tool. Your house credit or your equity in your property is only a tool. It's not an asset. Your house is not an asset. It's what your house can do as a tool if you qualify to get the money out of your house. If you qualify. What does that mean? Like let's say you own your property. Let's say you own it, right? This house been passed down from your parents to you, right? And all of a sudden you got this house, but you only got a 600 score or a 585 score. You don't qualify to get the money out of your house. Like what? You don't qualify to get the money out of your house, but it's my house. You're right. But you don't qualify to get a loan to get the money out of your house. That's crazy, right? It's all based on credit. So you got to get your credit right. And when you get your credit right, then what happens there is now you open this brand new window that you can start maximizing the cash flow. And once you maximize the cash flow, the world is your oyster. You can start building different things with it, start creating other businesses with it. You can start hiring people to do things with you. This is the power and the key to building your wealth. Let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk about what it means to be an entrepreneur. Because some of you believe that you are entrepreneurs because you signed a piece of paper, or you just started your business and you're not doing nothing with your business. Let me give you an example. So you can be an entrepreneur and use your name, your physical name, as the name of your business. And you could be a sole proprietor. That's what you could do. Absolutely, you could be a sole proprietor. I highly recommend that if you're going to do that, I highly recommend you create an LLC with your name and get an EIN number that's completely different than your Social Security number. You don't really want to use your Social Security number because that is what you don't have the benefits of doing it that way. You get the benefits of having an LLC, right? That you're gonna create. How simple it is to create an LLC. Very simple. It'll take you 10, 15 minutes to fill out the paperwork online and also get your EIN number online. Once you get your LLC activated, then you get your EIN number online right through the irs.gov. And then after that, you can go and open up a bank account online. Everything can be done online. Okay. Very simple to do. We teach you the right ways to get an LLC set up. Okay. So, but this, what you want to do. So now you got your business set up, right? So I don't have a product. I don't have a service. Yes, you do. You got a product, something that you love to do. It could be your product. Your education is your product. Something that you can be an affiliate with. So for example, in our program, MLS Bitcoin Club, or a leverage credit repair, we have affiliates. We have affiliates that make money with us, right? That you can get paid and make extra Bitcoin, for example, right? We have multiple programs that you can create free Bitcoin just by sharing the information with other people. Free Bitcoin, and payday is every day. We send Bitcoin out every single day for the people that's jumping into this system. Okay, that's the first thing. Next thing. So the mindset of an entrepreneur. I had to go through this transition myself. So I started my business. I signed up on a dotted line, whether it's with an affiliate program, whether it's with MLM company, whether it's with, whatever the case may be, I signed up my name. And I said, man, I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. So you started, inviting people to go through the information, and people join, and then they quit. Then they join. Some more folks come in, they join, they quit. And then you get to the point, either you're going to make it or you don't make it. Most people don't make it. Most people, they don't make it, right? They're trying to get through this transition of being a brand new entrepreneur. So that's why they got all this training you take, right? They teach you how to do presentations. They teach you how to invite people and get the benefits of the product, right? So you go through this learning curve that you was an employee to now be an entrepreneur. This is what it takes to be an entrepreneur, okay? And then you get to the point, I call it the next phase, you start creating your own stuff. That's what I did. I started creating my own stuff. And I started learning and start doing things and start going through the battles of being a CEO. See, now that transition to becoming a CEO is completely different than just being an entrepreneur. Now you got to deal with people on a whole different scale when you become a CEO. Being a CEO is going to have challenges with people's personalities. Certain leaders you're going to deal with, and they think they know more than you, and they want to tell you how to run your business, right? They never had the vision, but they tell you how to run your business, right? You got to learn how to deal with that, right? You got to learn how to keep, different teams to be cohesive with each other, right? That's your job as a CEO, to look at how to get improvements in your business for the future. Think about my evolutions that we had in MLS alone itself. I started out MLS in 2014. So 2014, we started out on paper. Then we got to a website. Then we got to a single website. Then we went to a different evolution. Then we went to PHP, then we went to online, and I'm still improving it. It's still being improved over time, right? And then more and more ideas come up. So it keeps the flow going. It keeps you busy. Being a CEO is a hard job, but it's definitely well worth it, right? So you get to that stage where you're going to evolve. You're going to have an evolution to that next phase of life, right? And it keeps you on your toes, keeps you moving. It keeps, working with people. I love it. I'm working with a billionaire right now, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. It's some things that we do. So one thing you're going to learn as well is that everybody's not on your side. Everybody you have around you is not on your side. Some people are there for selfish gains, right? They only want to take from you, right? You're going to go through those stages as well. It's a fight you got to go through, right? Evolution. I call it the evolution. So being an entrepreneur is going to go through, you're going to go through a transition. You're going to go from a transition of being told what to do from employee to now setting the task on your own that nobody is going to direct you to do, right? You got to go through that phase. But once you stick to that phase, you start getting new ideas. And God knows that what you are able to create in the future, you have no idea what that is right now. You have no idea. You have no idea where you're going to be in the next year. All you got to do is pursue it. Pursue your dreams. Pursue it. Don't quit. Just keep pursuing. And before you know it, you're going to hit those 5 figures, right? You're going to not just make $1,000. You're going to make 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, right? You're going to make 90,000. Before you know it, you made 100K. You hit 6 figures. And then before you know it, you made high 6 figures, right? I remember making $90,000 in 4 days. 90,000, which some of you can't even fathom that can even happen. $90,000 in 4 days. Absolutely possible, right? You have no idea what you're going to bring to you and your family when that happens, because everything that's possible, you just got to believe it's possible. When you say to yourself, it's not possible for you to make it, you're right. It's not possible for you to make it. But if you believe that you can make it, you believe that it's possible, you believe that it's achievable, and not only is achievable, I'm going to achieve it. I already achieved it. It just didn't form yet. You got to start believing in that instance, right? It's possible for you to do it. Life is so short. Life is so short that people waste time day in and day out doing the same thing. They want a better way, but they don't pursue it. They complain about it, but they don't pursue it. They tell their friends about what they're going to do. You ever heard of somebody that kept saying for 10, 15 years, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it's 10 years later and they still singing the same song. That cannot be you. You have to pursue something every day. If you can work on one of your things every day, just one little small item every single day, like a call I'm doing right now to reach out to more people. If you just do one single thing every day, it's going to make you better. Oh, I don't like doing calls. That's not an excuse. You got to learn how to do calls, right? I got to learn how to get on, TikTok now. That's the new thing. TikTok. It's going to bring you a lot more people. I got to do that myself. I got to get comfortable putting on calls on TikTok, right? I got to get used to doing it, right? I got to get used to, I have to get used to getting on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, right? All the avenues. And because people are on different avenues to get on and start looking at things. TikTok been around for 5 years. I just got on there this month. I just got on TikTok this month, right? So there's new people all around you, right? People are looking for your ideas. People looking for you, and you're going to build your own tribe. What's your tribe? Your tribe is the people that want to hear from you. Like some of you right now, you want to hear from what I got to say. Some folks, I can't wait to see Wall Street get this talk today. I got to see what's happening because I know if I stick with it, I can be that millionaire too. I can stick to the plan. If I stick to the plan, if I work this plan, Wall Street, everything he's been teaching me, it has not failed me yet. It has not failed me yet. So I just got to keep this plan. I may not be there yet, but if I keep working the plan, if I keep working this plan that's being described for me, I can get there. If other people can get there in this club, I can get there too. What do we sell in our club? Nothing. It's an educational platform. What do we sell? Nothing. You join the club because somebody invited you. You join the club. The person that invited you receives some kind of reward. Absolutely. It's going to be free Bitcoin. It may be some dollars. I don't know what it's going to be. It depends on what system they bring you in on. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. And then if you take the education and use it for your purpose, for example, your credit, we teach you crypto. In our first scenario, crypto, we're going to teach you about crypto, basic crypto, right? How to start using crypto, how to start going to crypto 101, 102. We got to start a brand new course called 103 and 104 because now, crypto and just created a whole new system, right? DeFi, now we're in NFTs, crypto is moving. But to create your fortune, I don't have to be in NFTs. I don't have to be in DeFi. I just got to learn when to jump into crypto, when to use it, if I can learn how to trade it and get moving from that standpoint. Then we go into personal credit. So from crypto, we go to personal credit. We start getting you to fix your credit, learn to fix your credit. Then we go into start a business, how to start a business, LLC. What's the best place to start it? How much is it going to cost you? How to do your annual report, right? Then we go to business credit. Now you can switch from using personal credit to now start building on that business credit so you have no limitations. In your personal credit, you're being penalized from using 30% or more of your credit card utilization. You get penalized with your credit. If you have a business credit, you could use 100% of that card. So for example, that card will be worth $10,000, $50,000. You could spend every single dime available on that card, and it does not go against you on your personal credit. That's the beauty. I'm in that transition right now, right? Beautiful. Then from that personal credit, you go into start to build your retirement called solo 401k. Then we get into insurance, how to use life insurance as your line of credit. Start getting into ALOCs, okay? Lines of credit. Then we go from that stage, then we jump into learn how to trade in the markets. That's where the Trading Academy comes into play. Learn how to trade in the markets. We trade everything. Today we did some crypto, we did some oil, and we did some euro. All in that time frame we get online. That's the beauty of it. Understanding the entries, understanding the entries, understanding the entries, understanding the entries, understanding the entries. Because once you got a good entry, everything else is easy. Pulling profit is easy. But getting the entry is the key component in making some big cash flow. So we teach them how to do that, right? Then from that stage, we start moving them to different levels. And then before you know it, you're going to be a venture capitalist. In other words, you're going to take the cash flow you're building, you're going to partner up with other people and start looking at different projects, how to get into an apartment complex, right? How to get into the big cash flow now. That's what we're doing. Get that cash flow building, building in crypto all the way through real estate. Powerful concepts. Guys, with this being said, I just want you to understand this. I took this last 50 minutes and I'm just one of the real messages. We got about basically 9 months to go, right? Well, really 8 months to go. 8 months to go. 8 months. It's done. It's like 7.5. It's getting lower. And we got to start changing our ideas. You got to change your ideas. If you want to be financially free, you have to change your ideas. Your ideas is going to change everything around you, right? You got to grow with your ideas, and everybody's not willing to grow with you. Everybody's not willing to grow with you. So that means what? That means you got to start peeling away, right? They'll say some things to you that may not be in your best interest because they don't see the plan that you want to take your life to. So they don't see it, but it's okay. You can move forward and you get things moving, right? You guys, listen, I appreciate all of you guys coming in tonight. I hope you take this message tonight, this, State of the Union, where we are financially, economic wise, we inflation. Inflation is here. It's all around you. It's getting worse, but you don't have to suffer. All you have to do is open up your ideas and learn something new. By doing that, you're going to grow. I encourage you to share this video. Somebody may need to hear this, so share this video, comment on the video, let folks know what's going on, get it out to other people, and let them know that you on your path to a brand new you. You on a brand new path, okay? You guys take care. God bless. I hope you enjoyed what I taught tonight. And I'm looking forward to doing some more things with you. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and play our song. We're going to say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Here we go.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS System how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS System, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS System is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS System, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS System to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing the tide, 20 to 1. Call MLS System to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.